No, we have a pie shop in Wilmsville. And right down the street from International.
Yeah.
Some of our customers are there.
I love the ones with.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
I think my place is doing very well.
It is. We have a lot of customers coming
So
in.
you're right there.
We're right there down the street, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been there for about 6 years, and basically I was working corporate, and thought I'd retire, and it didn't happen, and so
You're doing nice.
yeah,
It's a great area.
yeah, it is. It's very,
We have our children, grandchildren.
they help us.
So good luck. I'll stop by the next time, okay?
Okay.
We'll be looking for you.
All
All right.
Thank you very much.
You'll see gas and charcoal, also a new pellet boat we just launched at the beginning of the USA this year. It's had, between these lines, it has about 400 jobs. Believe it or not. Well, it depends on what you like. That starts an argument. Get a little more smoky, go a little low and slow, charcoal grill, gas and blue. No, we'll love the charcoal. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a carbonized wood. Yeah, it's works as charcoal.
That's the best stuff. And you're 50/50.
That's right.
That's how you do this, right?
Yeah, that one on the end, and the big one. That's something that will look good down in Mar-a-Lago.
That's great. Do we have one for
I don't know, to be honest with
next
you.
time?
Whoever's the right brand, if you want to most of the grilling categories have come overseas the last 10 years or so. Whoever's the one remaining big brand, let's see in the US.
We'll stay here. We have good trade business.
We'd love to keep talking to you about that, yeah.
So, do they make a car for you to sell overseas?
On occasion, give me your Rocky Road.
What about a company here? Was it easy, too easy?
It's easier for our competitors and for us sometimes. So it comes easy, so that's something that we like to work with.
And that's what we changed.
Mr. Ledger, Rocky
Give me
Road.
another one. Give me another
I will
one.
let it.
Exactly what you said.
Cool. That's great.
They do dumping. We don't like dumping.
Okay.
Okay. Give me another one. I'll take care of it.
Thanks, sir.
All custom made. I love They're gonna like that. That's so good. That's so beautiful. When you make, what kind of wood is it?
That is a maple. We make them out of maple and one in white ash.
What's the best for a bed?
So maple is much more popular now. Since the 90s, it finishes.
Still having the trouble with the pine?
Well, some of the ash, there's been some insects.
The ashes, yeah, ash is hard to get.
That's right.
Is ash a stronger wood?
It's more flexible. You can have a debate on that all day long with two baseball players.
What do you think is better, ash or maple?
I would go with the maple.
Really? Today, yeah?
Now, we also make baby bags to the length of the baby. And so we made one here for Luke. You might know for Luke here. So we make those the length of the baby. And we like to call this our non-seasonal product. This is during baseball season, the babies are.
Baby for all year long.
So what's your market? Where is your market?
So we're about 50-50. Just because this sells all year long, and then of course baseball season, April to September typically, and then we take a hit.
What percentage of the overall market do you think you have?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not
Who's
sure.
the biggest company for selling beds?
Probably be one of our larger competitors. Maybe Louisville.
Right, we're still around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
with that, so it's hard
That's
to
good.
compare, because
Yeah.
a lot of those companies are gonna do a variety.
But we try to focus on some of the stories of the bat with our family, baby bats. We made one for William Hoy. There's actually a campaign going
Right.
on to try to get a deaf baseball player into the National Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. That's good.
We think he deserves to be here.
You know, the quality is beautiful. I see it. I understand this
Sure.
world.
Sure, thank you.
The quality is really, I love it.
Yeah,
We
thank you.
appreciate that, thank you.
I was a little younger, I'd be using this.
That's right, that's right.
Thank you.
How you doing? Local all veteran owned and operated.
Wow, good. Nice. Tell me.
Absolutely. Mr. President, it's an honor and a privilege.
It's my honor.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
I think what you're doing for this country is biblical in proportion, and the care you take for our veterans is also.
Never been done before. I agree with that.
I believe that you'll be this is Brad Cotton, my first sergeant over the East Coast. We use the military reg structure with what we do here at Scars and Stripes. What we're doing is we're empowering veterans to start their own business.
Great. Wow, that's
What-
fantastic.
The ultimate goal is to transition from active duty to civilian life and help that reintegration process. Currently, we have 44% of our post 9/11 veterans that have a tough time doing that. You are going to be the first president to stop that. And with your previous program that you're working on right now, that
How's
you're
that working
launching,
out good?
it's going to be fantastic.
Good.
And sir, bold as I might be, will be the vehicle to not only get this program online, but we'll continue it because 3 reasons. We can empower an unlimited amount of veterans through our platform. We're scalable to every corner of this great country with teams,
Right.
and we're sustainable because we're a for-profit company.
That's fantastic, huh? And it's going well?
It's going tremendously well. We've gone here for about 1.5 years now. Our proof of concept, we're profitable, our margins are good, we're using more and more American-made products. This is our very first 100% American-made bean. Obviously, out of Kona, out of Hawaii.
Yeah. Right.
Fantastic coffee. I understand you're a Diet Coke drinker. I wish you could drink our coffee, but
No, but I understand your product is great. That's great. And that's out of Hawaii.
that product's
Where
out
else
there.
would you get it in the USA? Where else would?
So Puerto Rico has a bean as well, and that's something we're looking at because we want to empower as much as
That'd
we
be good.
can.
Absolutely.
Our shirts we're going to be using, starting to produce out of America,
Good.
and what we want to become is a marketplace for veterans. So when you join Scarred and Stripes Coffee as a team member, as a veteran team member, we have 2 core pillars. You have to be a veteran to sell our products, and every product benefits a veteran through commission.
I think it's good. Don't lose that kind of thing. Don't lose it.
We want to be there for your infrastructure bill when it comes out and you start infrastructure. The military builds the best soldier.
Right.
Scarred and Stripes is going to build the best tradesmen or businessmen.
That's
because they're
fantastic.
surrounded by their brothers and sisters.
I hear great things.
Thank you, sir.
Keep it up. Thank you very
Thanks so
much.
much, Mr. President.
Find us here in Hollis, Real Street, Florida.
Tell us,
We make these all in Miami. We use American aluminum from
it's made out of aluminum.
Yes, all machined.
So aluminum is strong enough, huh?
Yes, it is. Yeah, as long as you cut it right,
How
you
many
can keep
wheels are
structural
made out of
integrity.
aluminum as opposed to steel or stainless steel?
Most of the majority are made out of aluminum these days, but even the big game ones that make them out of aluminum. But graphite cast stuff is more popular these days.
So because of the weight.
Yeah, it's a little lighter and it's cheaper to make because it's plastic. There's a lot
And
of
it's
aluminum
stronger.
cast reels.
What size fish?
So these, we make them from trout all the way up to blue marlin. But
Really?
just for fly fishing, yes.
And you can do that with aluminum. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's much lighter.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wow. Looks good too. That's good, huh? That's fantastic. And how's business?
It's picking back up big time, yeah. I guess people have recognized that isolation is great with a fishing rod in hand.
It's true.
So
Figure
people
that
get out
out.
there. Yeah,
Stay in your house, you can't go fishing by yourself.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
so, but things have started picking up again late May and June.
That's great. Yeah, you're gonna have, like I said, we just announced tremendous numbers. You're gonna do very well.
So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's great. I love that product.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
मोबाईल नंबर 75-88-68-64.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Please. Very nice. Thank you. Big day. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the beautiful, great White House and to host this magnificent showcase of America's incredible small businesses. I just got to witness some beautiful product. Today we received outstanding news from all over our country, really. The United States economy has added almost 5 million new jobs in the month of June. That's shattering all expectations and shattering all records, historic records. History of our country, we've never added anywhere near that. And last month we also broke the record, but now we shattered it, much higher than even last month. This is the largest monthly jobs gain in history. We added 2.1 million leisure and hospitality jobs, 740,000 retail jobs, 568,000 education jobs and healthcare jobs, 357,000 service jobs, and very importantly to me, because you know what's happening with manufacturing, we're bringing it back because we've made incredible trade deals. So manufacturing jobs are coming back, and we added 356,000 manufacturing jobs. Incredible, incredible numbers, all records. African-American workers made historic gains, the likes of which we've never had before. With 404,000 new jobs in June, that's a record. And that's the highest number ever. We had 700,000 new jobs over the last 2 months for African-American workers. That's the highest ever, and both months are the highest. We shattered last month's record. That was a record, and we shattered it. Hispanic employment is up by 1.5 million jobs. Great businessmen and women, and they're up 1.5, think of it, million jobs. Hispanic. 80% of small businesses are now open. New business applications have doubled since late March. America's economy is coming back much stronger than ever anticipated by most people, almost all people, because these numbers were, even the most optimistic people, these numbers are being doubled and tripled over what they thought would be possible. We're grateful to be joined today by Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross. Thank you very much, Wilbur. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job. Every company here today embodies true American excellence. Your stunning craftsmanship, I just witnessed some of it. It's incredible. It's treasured and prized all over the world. The product you make is like none other. And your spirit for America and the greatness of our country is unrivaled. With us are workers who make decorative American flags from Virginia, fly fishing reels from Florida, grills from Illinois, pies from North Carolina look very good to me, coffee from Oklahoma, ice cream from Maryland, and sunscreen and baseball bats from Texas. With unmatched skill and devotion, you make the goods and build the products that proudly bear the wonderful phrase, made in the USA. You're seeing that more and more, made in the USA. We're bringing our jobs back because of trade deals. We have great trade deals, and jobs are coming back. And we have a lot of great trade deals right now under negotiation. We got to get them done as quickly as possible. The small businesses represented in this room continue a great and noble American heritage. Your entrepreneurs, artisans, creators, craftsmen who forged your own path, made your own products, and provide good-paying jobs for our citizens. Incredible jobs, incredible people, and they truly are artisans. And you're doing it all with American hands, American heart, and American pride. Several of these companies are entirely veteran-owned and operated. Especially as we approach Independence Day, I want to thank the courageous men and women who've served their country in uniform. We vow to honor your sacrifice by forever defending the rights, freedoms, and principles you risk your entire life to defend. Following the arrival of the plague from China, that's what it is. It's a plague, and it should have never happened. China should have never let that happen. But China did allow it to happen. We had just signed a brand new trade deal, and the ink wasn't even dry when this came over. But we raced into action to save our nation's small businesses. We passed over $3 trillion in historic relief measures. $3 trillion, think of that. Including over $670 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program, a tremendous success, as you can see by the numbers, to keep small business workers on the payroll. I signed a bill providing federally funded paid sick leave and paid family leave for American workers, things that have never been done. We're allowing businesses to defer paying their income tax, and we expanded tax refunds very substantially. Thanks to our efforts and the incredible resilience of our nation's small businesses, and I really think we can add the foundation that we built. We built the greatest economy ever built, and that foundation was so strong that instead of coming weakly back or going in the other direction, because this is coming back and we haven't totally succeeded yet, we will soon, but we haven't killed all of the virus yet. And yet you look at these numbers, and that's based on a very strong foundation that we built, a foundation like no other, a foundation that, had we not been attacked by this virus, this horrible virus, we were doing things and had things planned that nobody else had ever even thought of. Paying off debt, building numbers, the likes of which nobody's seen. And yet next year we'll be in a position where I believe, in a certain respect, I think we'll even be stronger than we would have been because of what we're doing. But only that strong foundation allowed us to be up here today talking about these record-setting job numbers and other numbers that we're producing. Because America's economy is now roaring back to life like nobody's ever seen before. Nobody's ever seen numbers like this. In May, retail sales surged by nearly 18%. That's a record. We recently saw the best 50-day increase in the history of the stock market. So we had 50 days, go back a couple of weeks, we had 50 days, the likes of which we've never had in the history of the stock market, which to me means jobs. And it's lifting up 401ks and retirement savings for American workers. We're doing numbers like nobody's ever seen before. Take a look at 401ks. In a pandemic, we're almost even with where we were before the pandemic started, and nobody would have said that was possible. Nobody at all. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and we are now doing it again. And I think we'll do even better the second time than we did the first time, unless somebody comes along and says, let's raise taxes on everybody. And they're raising taxes not only on corporations, they'll just go to another country and they'll do just fine. But they're raising taxes on people and middle-income people, and they're losing jobs. So you can't allow that to happen. That will be, all of this incredible job that we've done will go down like that. It will be a terrible, terrible sight. It might even be a 1929 situation, so you have a chance to have the greatest numbers in history. You're almost there. We're almost back to where we were from the standpoint of the stock market. Think of that. But you'll have a crash like you've never seen before. You put the wrong person in office, you'll see things that you would not have believed are possible. They want to raise taxes. They want to raise regulations. You know, a big part of what we've done is by cutting regulation. We've cut regulation more than any president in the history of our country, whether they're there for 4 years, 8 years, or in one case more than that. Nobody even came close. And we're doing much more. We have regulation, but it's proper regulation, not strangulation. We're also tapping into the talent, genius, and the drive of our people to kill the virus. We're speeding the delivery of new treatments, including antiviral steroids, convalescent plasma, and other therapies. We have therapeutics that are really, really looking good. And this includes 2 drugs that have proven effective, remdesivir and dexamethasone, which is having a tremendous trial, and we'll see how that all happens. But we have 3 vaccine candidates. We've had many more, but 3 are really, really looking good, and I think you're going to have an answer to that very soon. 3 vaccine candidates are now in trial, with 3 more to start very shortly. These are all great companies. They've had tremendous success with other problems in the past. And we're accelerating production through Operation Warp Speed. Plus, we have our military ready so that should we get, whether it's therapeutic or vaccine, our military is ready, logistically ready. These are the best in the world to get it out to everybody as soon as we have it. And we think we're going to have it soon. As we prepare to celebrate the 4th of July, let us renew our devotion to this nation, to its citizens, and the eternal values that define our past and shape our future. I'm going to Mount Rushmore on July 3rd. We're going to have a tremendous evening. It's going to be a fireworks display like few people have seen. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be beautiful. They've been wanting to do that for years, fireworks. They used to do it many years ago, and for some reason they were unable or unallowed to do it. They just weren't allowed to do it. And I opened it up, and we're going to have a tremendous July 3rd, and then we're coming back here celebrating the 4th of July in Washington, D.C. And I want to also thank all of law enforcement. The job you've done is incredible. We signed a bill. You play with our monuments or our statues, you go to jail for 10 years. It's amazing how it all stops so fast. Stops so fast. We let the local authorities handle it as long as possible, but ultimately we said, let's step in, and we stepped in, and it stopped. 10 years in jail if they do what they were doing. So we're very proud of law enforcement. We want to thank law enforcement. Really great job. Our military has been incredible. Our National Guard has been just incredible all over. I'm glad to see in Seattle they took care of the problem, because as they know we were going in to take, we were ready to go in, and they knew that too. And they went in and they did what they had to do. We're a nation committed to equal and abundant opportunity for citizens of every race, color, religion, and creed. The American dream is the sacred birthright of every American child, and that's what we have, is we have the American dream. And nobody's going to shatter the American dream, not the anarchists, not the agitators, not the fools, not the looters. They're not going to have any impact on the national dream like no other. That's why we're here today, to ensure that every citizen can achieve their dream, achieve their destiny, and realize their full and extraordinary potential. That is how we will renew, rebuild, and restore America. We've done an incredible job in a 3.5-year period, a job like nobody thought would be possible to be done. And we're doing it again, and we're doing it, I believe, bigger and better and stronger than ever before. You're going to see that next year. And unless it's tampered with, we're going to have a year next year like no other. It'll be a phenomenal year, successful year. And we'll have our best job numbers ever next year. We'll come back stronger and more prosperous than ever before, and next year will be, I think it'll be one of the, from an economic standpoint, the greatest or one of the greatest economic years we've ever had. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all of these incredible artisans and business people for showcasing your amazing products. And I just want to leave you by saying very important words. God bless America. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.